Good morning, you're with CNN, IBN, and yes, perhaps nothing good about this morning as India is waking up to grim news. The 23-year-old gang rape survivor who had fought long and hard over the last fortnight is no more. That grim news from Singapore came in about 3 hours ago. The 23-year-old girl who was gang raped and brutally assaulted in a Delhi bus on the 16th of December died at a Singapore hospital this morning. The girl died at 2:15 a.m. Indian time. That is according to the Mount Elizabeth Hospital in their latest update that came in this morning. Her family and officials from the High Commission of India were by her side when she passed away. Hospital in a statement has also said that she had passed away peacefully. Remember, last night her condition had severely deteriorated. She had suffered from a severe organ failure. Many of her vital signs had deteriorated. There was optimum ventilator support. There was a very large push of antibodies into her body, but she simply couldn't survive. The Indian High Commissioner has also informed reporters that the body has been sent for autopsy. Let me elaborate for you the statement that has come from the Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Singapore. They've said, "We are very sad to report that the patient passed away peacefully at 4:45 a.m. on the 29th of December, Singapore time. Her family and officials from the High Commission of India were by her side. The Mount Elizabeth Hospital team of doctors, nurses and staff joined her family in mourning her loss. The patient had remained in an extremely critical condition since her admission to the Mount Elizabeth Hospital on the morning of 27 December. This, of course, according to Singapore time. And despite all efforts by a team of 8 specialists at this hospital to keep her stable, her condition had continued to deteriorate over the 48 hours she had spent there. She had suffered from severe organ failure following serious injuries to her body and brain. She was courageous in fighting for her life for so long against the odds, but the trauma to her body was simply too severe for her to overcome. In fact, the Indian High Commissioner in Singapore, Mr. TCA Raghavan, in that impromptu discussion, once this news became public, also underlined the same fact that the extent of the girl's injuries was simply too much for any treatment to overcome.
We were unsuccessful in saving the life of the patient who was airlifted here. As you're aware, a great deal of effort was put in both in India as also in Singapore to give her the best possible medical treatment and to save her life. But in the end, she succumbed to her injuries because the scale of those injuries was very grave. The family, of course, is shattered by this development. At the same time, they realized that the best possible medical attention was provided to her, and in the end it was the scale of her injuries which proved too much for the medical treatment which was provided to her to overcome. The family has requested that their privacy be respected in this hour of their grief. To the extent possible, we will try to see that these wishes are respected and they are left to mourn.